What's up guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Serie career mode. It is episode number 37, man. That last episode was ridiculous. So dramatic. For the third year in a row, Juventus knocked out the Coppa Italia, losing a 5-goal thriller in stoppage time. But in the Serie we remain undefeated with 12 to go and 13 clear. Today, more big games in the Serie, aiming to stay unbeaten. And of course, we'll have both legs of Champions League last 16, home and away against Borussia Dortmund. Let's dive into the first leg as well. It is at home in Udine. The board have said to us this season, just our second year in the Champions League, gets to the semi-finals. Last year, reached this stage, the first knockout round before losing to PSG. But I definitely say, heading into this game, it's dead even, and we've got a golden chance of making the quarterfinals. Let's get a big first leg result here, take back to Germany for Udinese. Don't get it twisted, this is a great Borussia Dortmund side. However, as I often mention, in an RTG, you need to remember the team you start off as is not the team you're going to be for your entire tenure. And the team we started off as compared to the team now is just it's a different club. Let alone different teams, it's a different club. And we're not the same team we were back in season 1. We're not even the same team we were 12 months ago when we beat and drew against Dortmund in our 2 games against them in the group stage. We're even better than we were last season with the additions of Meret and Isak as well. So yeah, I'd say we're favourites. Good Dortmund side, but I think it'll be disappointing if we go out here, I must say. So Querfeld has just gone down. I have to say, I didn't realise he'd stayed down initially, but Meret just came and cleaned the ball through, and I think he took Querfeld down at the same time as well. I might be very brave here, and bring on Profundi and drop Boe back down to RCB, who I have played a few times, and have Simone on the right. He can play there as an inside forward on the left. Meret just came out and he took down Querfeld and injured his teammate. Misfortunate, but there you go. First proper injury of the season. We were waiting for it, and there it is. As the Austrian is forced off, and based on the animation, I think that'll probably be a season ender there. To be fair, though, I've really struggled early doors here. I am off to a terrible start, and that opening goal is coming, and there it is. Pavlidis dinks it in. It's 1-0 Dortmund, 31 minutes in. Man, my defence recently has just been absolutely shambolic, and that was coming. And I'm not one bit surprised we're down. Stumbling out of the blocks to start this game off with, man. I said disappointed if we go out here, but as things stand, we're going to go out unless I pick it up, because this is not going to cut it, man. This is the Champions League last 16. You can't start off like this and expect to get away with it. This is poor from me. Really poor. So let's go before the break. Corner for Udinese, and man, if there was ever a time to activate the cheat code, it is right now. Cabell does enough. Profundi does more. Cleared off the line, so after the header. And now Prati can't control. Dear oh dear, this is poor. Really poor. Half time, down by 1, and could be 2-0 down, have not got started yet. I know there's 2 legs in the tie, I know there's a whole other half to play, and I've repeated the mantra all season long, don't panic when you're trailing. But right now, well, the alarm bells might not be ringing, but they won't be very long until they are deafening. This ain't going to cut it, man. To me, if you lose, but you've put in a really good shift, you've played well, you've just been a little unlucky, maybe it's been a goalkeeping masterclass on the other end, or you conceded an own goal, or a debatable penalty, for example. I don't think you should be too mad at yourself for that. But if you play like I have in this game here, I mean, you've got to take a long, hard look at yourself and say, really, is this the best I could have done? Dawley's shot goes over. Better start to the second half, though. In 7 minutes, we've looked a lot more aggressive. That's what you got to do, No one's got. Wow, that was almost a terrible kick out there by Gregor Cabell. No one's going to be mad if you lose for an unlucky deflection or whatever. But being this passive in a Champions League last 16 game, come on, that's not going to cut it. Great start to the second half. Just missing that leveller. Like the Dortmund goal that was coming in the first half. Our equaliser in the second is coming here. Alexander Isak once again, second time's the charm, there we go. It was coming, pick the ball up though. Let's go and flip this script now. But again, this is what I mean. Like if we go on to lose this game from here, but play this sort of way, I'm not going to be mad. I'm not going to be angry about it. It's one of those things. But like if you lose the game with a whimper of a 1-0 defeat where you've barely got out of the blocks, that's when I get frustrated, man. If you don't put the effort in, you deserve to lose. But if you put in a good shift, you're just a little bit unlucky. That's one of those things. You chalk it up to life, sport, gaming, whatever else, man. It's all about the effort. Better, much better in the second half. But a draw in the first leg. Heading back to Germany, if we play like we did in the second half, I've got no doubt we'll win at the Signal Iduna Park. It's all about what Udinese's side turns up. We turn up like the team in the first half, we'll get turned over in Germany. Turn up like the team in the second, and we'll turn over Dortmund ourselves. There's no substitute for hard work and effort, man. That's all it is. And as for the injury for Querfeld, it's a 2-month injury, broken elbow. So Leopold will be done until, I'd say, late April, early May time. But at least he won't miss for the rest of the season. Pongracic will come in. I've actually quite liked playing Sasha Bowie at RCB, to be fair. So I might actually play him there instead. But if not, then Pongracic, I guess we'll see. Anyway, following game, let's get back to winning ways here on the back of none in our last two. It is Lecce at home. Should be a banker. One of those games where really, you should win quite comfortably by 2 or 3 goals as well. So let's improve our form and morale of a big win here for Udinese. That's a lovely ball over the top there. Oh, no. Oh, what a block press right in the crown jewels. And what is going on at the moment? Like, seriously, I literally cannot keep a clean sheet to save my life. This is embarrassing. 8 minutes in, I'm a goal down to a struggling Lecce side at home. I don't know what is going on right now, but the defense, absolutely shambolic. There is no way we get through to the Champions League quarterfinals and remain undefeated in the league come the end of the episode playing like this. This is just not going to cut it. Yeah, sure, Querfeld's just gone down with the injury, but that's no excuse at all. As Lorenzo Luke says, Gaffer, don't worry about it. Oh no, Falcone denies our giant. Given Isaac the I wouldn't say the night off. He's on the bench, and I may well need to bring him on, but I've given him a little breather for now at least. Did not think we'd be in this situation as Xhaka heads over, but I guess it's kind of a sign of the times right now. That big win against Empoli was papering over the cracks and then some. To go before the break as Pongracic dispossessed, but then wins. Oh no, he doesn't win it back. No. Oh my goodness gracious me. 8 to go, we're down to Pablo Rodriguez. If this is our first league loss of the season, do you know what? We might end up throwing the title away from what was, I think, at one point like a 15-point lead. This is embarrassing. What is going on with the defense, man? Seriously. Luka can't shoot. It's still 2. This is. I'm starting to worry. I'm starting to panic a bit here. No, come on. You are joking. It's gonna be 3. 4 minutes into stoppage time. It's 3. I haven't quite processed what I'm currently witnessing right now. 3-0 down at home to Lecce. My mind's not caught up to the tragedy yet. Do you know what I mean? It's like you're witnessing a historical, tragic event, but your mind hasn't quite processed fully what's going on. So you're still in a bit of a state of disbelief. It's 3-0 Lecce! Do you know what this reminds me of? It's like when you've had a really long, intense dream, which was incredibly vivid and felt realistic, and you've just woken up, and you know the first like 30 seconds when you wake up and you're getting your bearings back and you're like, hang on, did any of that stuff actually happen, or was it all part of my dream, you know? As Merritt makes took a save, and it's still 3-0. That's how it feels right now. Is that not a foul? That's how it feels. I'm only just starting to realise the gravity of what's happening here. I'm only just getting my bearings back. But it's too late. It's over. It is over, and I've been absolutely thumped. This is shades of Watford versus Liverpool. Back when the Reds were going for an undefeated season, and then Watford beat them. Funnily enough, I think it was 3-0, I believe. As Xhaka hits the bar, and that's when you know it's been a rough evening, when even your cheat code can't be activated. I don't know what to say. I'm absolutely gobsmacked and shell-shocked. And the human monologue that is Doxy Boy is stunned silent. Let me read the scoreline out again. Udinese 0, Lecce 3. The undefeated season has been absolutely obliterated. Yeah, I just looked it up. It was Watford 3, Liverpool 0 on the 29th of February 2020. Wow, talk about talk about a coincidence. That was the 26th of February there. I mean, we've still got a double-digit lead, but it's now been cut to 10 with 11 to go. We've got to be very careful here, because we've only won, like, 2 of our last 9 league games. It's been incredibly poor form. We got to be careful. Listen, the title is still ours to absolutely bottle from here, but we've got to be careful here. We've got to be careful. Alright, okay, that's gone. The undefeated season possibility is gone. Mine still hasn't quite caught up to the tragedy. But let's just put it right on the pitch and recalibrate, yeah? Let's get our bearings back. Parma away from home in the following contest. Forza Udinese. My mind is completely lost its bearings here. Snap back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Yeah, it's starting to hit now. It's now starting to hit me. It's over. It's over, Doxy boy. You've blown it. Chance at just the second undefeated league season I've ever had is now gone. It's just starting to sink in. It's just starting to hit me. And I guess really the sort of the silver lining, if you will, is that when you're so hyper fixated on one thing, it can distract you from other things that are going on. And I think maybe that's the reason why we're struggling so much. We're exuding so much energy, trying to keep that incredibly unlikely chance of an undefeated league season alive, that I wasn't able to concentrate fully on the task at hand. And we keep talking about it. Don't worry about the end goal, just focus on the task at hand. So now it might be a blessing in disguise that possibility is over. Now we can focus back on our league form, try and get back on a run that we haven't been on in a long time, let's be honest here, and at least try and turn things around in Europe as well on the back of the draw in the first leg. Refocus, recalibrate, and reset. Man, I am never going to have another undefeated league season. I don't know how people do it multiple times. I don't know how I've done it once. I don't even remember it. That's the thing, as Profundi bends in the opener. I don't really remember that Atletico Madrid season. It was you guys in the comments. Someone did their research, and obviously I praise you so much for that, and told me that I had done it once, because I didn't think I'd done it before until someone pointed it out in the comment section for me. But I don't remember that season where we went undefeated with Atletico Madrid. Feels like a fever dream. But I don't even remember the dream. But we did it. We did do it. It's historical evidence. But I'm never going to do it again. That's for sure. This is ludicrous, man. If not this season, I love to use that phrase. If not now, then when? If it wasn't going to be this season, then I can't envision it ever being possible again. Almost heading into the final 10 minutes, still leading by 1, and not at our best. Far from convincing, but oh yes, Gassi went in what has been a really difficult run. We'll take a win any way we can get it. Zielinski the vet to wrap it up. Come on. Not our best. Not convincing, but wins are wins, and we will take it. Back on track away in Parma. Like I said, blessing in disguise. Undefeated season possibility over, but I think we were just hinging too much on that, man. We were hoping too much for it, and we were getting distracted from what the task at hand was, and that was winning football games. Back on track here away in Parma, 2-0, and a big 3 points. Although the clean sheet has gone instantly, 3 to go. Got to make sure we see this out now. Parma right back in this one here. Well, Parma is sensing this. Palmer is sensing this. Let me concentrate here, guys. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec. Yep. Ratti. Pongracic. Yeah, that's fine. That's when you know you're struggling, man. 2-0 up and you almost bottle it against the side down the bottom of the table. But we escape. We escape with the 3 points and return to winning ways in what has been an incredibly tough run of form. Back on track. Let's build on this now. Let's build on this. Let's go on a run And let's make it through to Champions League quarterfinals as well. Let's get the season back on track now. Yep, back to winning ways. The gap at the top of the table now back to 11 points. So now let's get back on track with 10 to go. Following contest, Fiorentina back in Udine, aiming to do a lot better than our last home game. That 3-0 defeat to Lecce. Let's respond with a big 3 points here for Udinese. I think we just put a bit too much pressure on ourselves, really. And, you know, the thing is, it was coming. Like, that loss, it was coming one way or another. I mean, don't get me wrong, no one expected it to be Lecce at home, 3-0. I don't think anyone had that on their bingo card for where our first loss would fall. But it was coming at some point. Now, we've been riding our luck for a while as Oscar Dorley fires in the opener. Let's just call it what it is. We have been riding our luck for a while. We've gotten away with quite a few games. We'd scored some incredibly lucky goals. At some point, the luck was going to run out. And again, it might have been a shock the way it ended, but it's not a shock that it did end, if that makes sense. But we put too much pressure on ourselves. Like, that's just a ridiculous ask to do something like that. Undefeated season? Come on now. Come on. This is a side that's never won a major honour in club history. That would be a ludicrous way to do it. Anyway, back on track now. Back on track. Big win against Parma. And now let's follow on here at home to Fiorentina too. Sasha robs his man and finds Isak. Gashi to the left. Festi to the right. Sasha over the top. Isak, get in the middle. Get in the middle. Get in the middle. Carbon copy like the first goal, please. Oh, straight at Bazuna. I think sometimes you just got to be kind to yourself. Like, don't get me wrong. We all want to do special things. We all want to do amazing things in life. But there are some certain times where you just got to say, maybe like those wild dreams, maybe scale them back just a little bit. Do you know what I mean? Like, seriously, I think everyone, I truly believe that everyone, well, if you want to, should have like big ambitions and big goals. Everyone should you know, be allowed to shoot for the stars, aim for the moon, like your Pop Smoke. But at the end of the day, like, sometimes it might be wise just to dial them back slightly. Do you know what I mean? And I think maybe that's what it was for us, you know. We should be targeting our first bit of silverware this season. That's a big goal for a team that's never won a major honour. But doing it with an undefeated league season, listen, just winning a trophy is a dream in its own. With Udinese still looking for their first in club history, you don't need to go and do it undefeated as well. Scale the dreams back slightly. Also, sometimes you just need to know when to give up on those dreams as well for the greater good. I mean, I feel like I'm kind of going through that a bit myself right now as Alexander Isak bangs in the third, and what a first half this has been. But I kind of feel like I'm going through this a bit myself now in my own personal life. Like, I had a massive dream, a massive goal that I'd spent the past few years working towards, and the reality of the situation now is kind of setting in where I'm like, do you know what? I don't think it's actually really possible, so I need to let it die. I need to let it go for the greater good. Yeah, I think the vast majority of adults at some point will go through this, where they've been pushing and pressing towards a life dream, a life goal, a life fantasy for years and years and years, and they've kind of just got to a point where they realise, I don't know how many times I can keep banging my head against this brick wall, you know, because ultimately either I'll die from a concussion or I'll become so delirious I won't realise how ridiculous what I'm doing is. At some point you just got to say, why don't I just stop banging my head and try and go through a different door instead. Vandenberg's header loops over Bazunu. Pratti's going to claim it, but bro, you took the corner, it's not your goal, but it's 4, it is game, and Udinese are definitely back on track. The dreams have died, the fantasy is over, but that's okay. It happens to all people at some point, for the most part. Most important thing is to get back on track in the league with a few good wins in a row. Still on the trot here for sure, this game's over. But the clean sheet is gone. Come on, that is what annoys me though. That's what annoys me. Dominant win, being in complete control. 1 shot on target, 1 goal. That's what annoys me. Come on, tighten up and concentrate, Doxy. Yep, Udinese definitely back on track, and Lord knows we needed to get back to this level of form if we were to stop the slide and stop the rot and make sure we don't surrender what is our title to bottle from here. Back-to-back wins against Parma and Fiorentina, and now we head to Germany with the score 1-1 in the first leg of the last 16 of the Champions League. Getting the form sorted, now let's prove that with a big win and progress to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. Yep, let's go. Second leg of the Champions League last 16 after drawing the first leg at home in Udine 1-1. The ties in the balance heading back to the Signal Iduna Park. Very even contest as we were expecting after the first leg result and heading back to this one here. On the back of back-to-back wins, I feel confident, but for sure we've got to defend better after a string of games without a clean sheet. Let's shut the door and get the goal we need away to make us through to the quarterfinals. Forza Udinese. So second half underway, still deadlocked at 0-0. I've got to be honest, in the first half I was a bit reluctant to go on any kind of attacks really, because I didn't want to throw too many pink shirts forward based on how poor I've been defensively recently. And that's what I'm worried about really, man. I feel as though this game might only be separated by just the one proper chance. If we get it, we'd have to take it. My defense has been shambolic recently, so again I want to make sure I've got enough bodies back to deal with Dortmund's threat. Oh, this is going pens. I can already... come on, Festi. Can already tell. It's just been so tight. Gashi's done brilliantly there, and Festi can't keep it in play. Yeah, I can tell. It's going pens. And if it goes pens, we're out. I can't win penalty shootouts, man. I said before, I win like 1 out of 5 penalty shootouts. And you might think I'm exaggerating. I'm really not. I can't win shootouts. But the nerves have definitely got me in this game. Haven't been fluid. Haven't played well. And I definitely think this is going pens. Shocking 90 minutes. Basically nothing going on. But I'm just too nervous to go forward. Because if I concede a goal, I can't see me coming back from that. But again, if it goes pens, it's over anyway. So within 30 minutes, I might as well just go for the goal. Maybe even bring on Lorenzo Luca. Because if it goes penalties, I'm out. Well, I haven't brought on Lorenzo, but I have brought on Profundi. Left him on the bench for Zielinski because the vet has been so good for me this season, particularly in big games. But Simone is just so creative, and maybe he'll unlock the defense for just one chance, and that one chance may lead to the one goal that may lead to the progress. Gashi heads it up in the air, headed back by Caicedo. Oh, hold on. Merritt with the save. Xhaka does enough, and that'll be a goal kick. He's going pens. Final chance of the game. Corner Udinese. Dawley. Xhaka, unbelieving! Xhaka is just heading in the game winner. With the final touch of the game. Just what a corner. I just totally blew a shot with Profundi from the edge straight at Cabal. He pushed it behind. And Xhaka heads in the corner. Udinese progress to the quarterfinals. And it had to be the cheat code. Say it with me. Because it's the moment that set us through. L1, R1, L2, R2. Up, down, left, right. Up, down, left, right. Xhaka puts Udinese in the Champions League quarterfinals. What a moment. Oh my goodness, what a moment. What a moment. Xhaka with his biggest goal today, no doubt about it. When I draw for the quarterfinals directly afterwards on this Friday as well, where Udinese, after scraping through Dortmund, will be taking on in the last day. Please not Real Madrid. Please not Real Madrid. Oh, for God. That's our reward. Real Madrid. I was thinking just not Real Madrid or Man City. In the end, it's the former. We lost to them back-to-back last year in the group stage. And we got the most successful Champions League team of ever in the quarterfinals. I think our progress is ending there. Right, let's do one more. We'll end on this. That was such a bizarre game, man. So tense. Hellas Verona away on the back of 3 straight wins in all competitions. Let's go for our 4th straight as we aim to pull further clear with 9 games to go in the Serie. I can't just go further in the Champions League, but the league is still out of the bottle from here. Forza Udinese. I just didn't want to go on attack in that game. You know, I really didn't. I just felt if we surrender a chance on the break and go a goal behind, I can't see us scoring. I genuinely felt the only chance we'd get from a goal would be like from a set piece. And in the end, how fitting it was that it turned out to be a corner which the cheat code headed in. Biggest goal of his career, no doubt about it. And again, whilst I really can't see us getting through Real Madrid, at least if nothing else, we've gone further than we did last year. I didn't want back-to-back knockouts in the last 16. No shame in getting knocked out by PSG and Dortmund, but even so, I wanted to go further this year. And at least, even if we probably will go out in the quarters, at least we've done that. Alexander Isak gets away and hits the post. And Hellas Verona will clear. Come on, let's get a big win here. Fourth win on the trot. Fourth win on the trot. Oh, rocket and staying clear at the top. Alexander Isak with the somersault and the Tony Yeboah-esque strike. What a goal off the bar. Easy, come on, don't throw in a lead here. Oh, great turn. And Merritt stuck in a chance, and in the end he put his man off. Makes a great save. Low down to his right. Excellent stop by Alex, going for back-to-back clean sheets. As we try and get our defence sorted. And that's what we're going to need. To have any chance whatsoever of taking out Real Madrid. That's what we're going to need. Tough, tight defence. That's a poor pass that. Festi says thank you. I'll have it. And Profundi drills in. Oh, no, he doesn't. Puts it wide. Wow, what a miss. Still only leading by 1. I think we might need a second goal to see these points out here. Shouldn't be missing chances like that. And that's going to be Pratis. Oh, come on. Oh, look at it. There's 4 pink shirts on 1. You can't mess up a chance like that. 1 man back, last man standing. He was isolated on an island, and we picked him apart like a bunch of seagulls. Oscar Dorley doubles the lead, and yeah, okay, alright, this should be our 4th straight win, and hopefully back-to-back clean sheets as well. We're going to be massive underdogs heading into that Real Madrid title. If you go into good form, then you just never know. Festi to Isak. Now back into Ebosele. And Zielinski, the veteran, for the 3rd. Brilliant finish. Kisses the post. And pops it in. The veteran, Zielinski. He's been great for me this year. 3-0 Udinese, points in the bag, back on track, no doubt. We might have scraped through Borussia Dortmund by the skin of our teeth to reach the last 8 of the Champions League, but now with 8 games to go in the Serie A and still double digits clear at the top, Udinese have finally got their form sorted. 4 straight wins in a row in all competitions. It's been a long time since we had this kind of run. And back-to-back clean sheets as well. We might be massive underdogs against Real Madrid, but we're saying to Carlo Ancelotti's side, don't write us off because we are back on track. But that'll do it for today's episode of the Serie A Career, guys. So big thank you for watching. Really hope you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do drop a like. Much love to you all. Have a fantastic day, and I'll see you for the next episode where we'll play more games in the Serie A where technically we could possibly be crowned champions, although it's unlikely. But at least we can still try and pull away at the top, and we'll have both legs home and away against the Galacticos Real Madrid in the Champions League quarterfinals. Have a great day, guys. Much love, and I'll see you for the next episode very soon.